How is it chess market compared to something like cricket? So if an adult wishes to pick up chess, how difficult or easy would it be for an adult? Because the brain has already crystallized and
For younger children, it's going to be easier. For us, it will be a little more difficult, but we can do it.
someone at my age decides that no, now I'm very fed up with my normal 9 to 5 job. I'd like to pick up chess coaching. So how is the transition? How easy or difficult?
There is an illusion that you should be really intelligent or really good to play chess. If you are average person, also you can play good chess. So
If I practice for 1 to 3 years, then I might become good enough to be a coach. But you also need to have the official, I mean, the letters, right? So for authenticity, people do check that. So are you saying that only introverts are oriented to be better at, or extroverts or outgoing? They can also. How is the money if you become a coach?
if anyone can become a chess coach. It's just that you need to have passion for it.
Welcome to the show, Karan. How are you?
Fine. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for asking. Jumping right into the questions, I would like to ask, what do you do presently?
So presently, I'm a full-time chess coach,
Mhm.
and I'm also pursuing MBA in finance, executive mode.
Oh, that's interesting. So, how long you've been a chess coach as of now?
Chess coach, I think I'm just about to finish my seventh year. I started coaching when I was 19. So, in my when I was doing undergraduation, I played for my university, and from there, okay, I got an opportunity with to work with an IM, which was very close to my college. From
Mhm.
there, I started my journey.
Oh, that's quite early. And did you getting a little bit about your background? What did you study in your college?
I studied BCom.
BCom. Okay. The reason that I asked is we have this notion that if you have to be good
Yeah,
at chess, you need to know computation and you need to think quite a bit. So you need
yeah,
to be better at math,
yeah,
and that's how you
yeah.
translate that skill. So I just want to get that out of the way. Is it true or not?
To some extent, yes.
Mhm.
I'm decent at math. So if you're decent at math, you're good enough. You can get started with chess.
Oh, okay, okay. So when did you get this curiosity to learn chess? When did you pick it up?
So when I was a kid, I used to play with my family. So we used to have a fun time, and then we used to fight a lot. So we stopped it. Then because we used to take moves back, all those things. So we used to fight. So we stopped it. Then again, when I got my first phone, right when I was 16, I got my phone. Then I used to first time I had access to this YouTube, all these learning resources. So there I used to study a lot on YouTube. So especially from St. Louis Chess Club, there's a channel on YouTube
Mm-hmm.
which has best lectures on chess, like a
Okay.
brilliant lecture. So I learned mostly from there. I didn't take any official coaching.
Oh, right.
uh,
Mhm.
I learned there, and yeah, I started doing working a lot on my chess
Mhm.
from YouTube.
The reason that I asked is in West, I mean, in India, it has started happening now. But in the West, they start playing chess quite early and they get trained from an young age, and that's how they get better. So,
Yes, yes, true. That's the case in India also. Many top level players, they start out very young and they get training, all those things. They go for international tournaments.
hmm.
Necessary, but not. It's quite important to start early, but it's not like it's impossible if we start a little late. So
Hmm.
one of the few best players, they started at 13, 14,
Hmm.
and they became very good.
Oh, okay, okay. So you have sustained your love for chess. So what is the drive, the motivation, the secret behind your love for chess?
It's just fun, no? First of all, it's fun. Okay, I just enjoyed. So that's but first thing is
Right.
that I enjoy playing a lot.
Hmm.
Uh, that's there,
Hmm.
and it's also a lot about, I think it's a lot about computations and calculations.
Hmm.
There are proper set of rules, and if we follow the rules, it's something like that. Something, I don't know, I just like it.
So can I say
So
that since you had an analytical bent of mind and it synced in with the curiosity and the brain affinity
probably
that you had, so you just took it
yeah,
naturally.
probably
So nobody told you
yeah,
that you should play
certainly.
chess.
That's there. But even creative people do very well in chess as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel I come from the analytical point of view only, because my playing style is also a bit technical, and
Mm-hmm.
it's more about positional chess than attacking sacrifices, all those things.
Right, right, right.
I come from analytical point of view.
Right, right. Oh, that. So the reason I asked is even I come from technical background itself, and I have
Yeah.
played chess on and off. I mean, I pick it up sometimes. I was playing a few months ago. Then the work got too intense, so I left it in
Okay.
between. Now again, I'm thinking about
You're on
picking it up.
chess.com?
Hmm?
Yeah. You're playing on chess.com?
Yeah, I played sometimes, but I lost recently. That too, very easy game. After I was thinking about it, so how did I
Okay.
lose it? Because I used to
Yeah.
play tougher games. It's been a while that I
Yeah.
played.
Got it.
I started playing just
Yeah.
recently, last
Yeah.
year or so.
Certainly happens.
Hmm. So that's why I was thinking. How did you develop this habit of thinking a lot with your brain? Right, it feels a little difficult to think through that much without training. So.
Agreed.
Mhm.
Yeah, agreed. It just came to me naturally. Of course, I didn't do really well. Also, like I couldn't do really well, but okay, to some extent, I did fine.
Okay, okay. So since you were studying BCom, so when did you really
Yes.
think that okay, this is it? I'm going to take it as my profession and do it full time. How did that happen?
No, actually, I never realized that I'll be earning because of chess. I thought, okay,
Mhm,
I'll finish my BCom, I'll
mhm,
get MBA, I'll join the corporate. That's what I thought.
mhm, mhm,
But then it was different. COVID hit, then the
mhm,
job market was very bad. So everyone is like, everyone, like most of them, they got placed for like two and a half, three, my batchmates. But I was already earning more than that when I was in
Oh.
undergraduate. Uh, that around that much, yeah, around
Mhm.
that much. So I thought, why not pursue this only?
Mm.
uh, that's the reason I continued with this.
Okay, so it happened. It was a circumstantial thing that
Yes, it
inevitably
was
led you to.
circumstance. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. What did your parents had to say about you becoming a full-time chess coach? Because in India, still that conventional thinking do
Yeah.
exist that you get into an education, you get into
Yeah.
a white-collar job. Now things are changing, but it's still prevalent, I feel.
They are okay. They were okay from the beginning, and they were
Mm-hmm.
supportive only. In
Okay.
fact, when I was like, okay, I need to leave, get a real job. When I was saying I need to get a real job, they were like, oh, this is fine. This is also this is great, right? It's not bad at all. So in
Mm-hmm.
fact, they were supportive only.
Right, right. That is very good to hear. That's not the case in everybody's story. So that's why I wanted to get that out of the
Yeah.
way. That how was the
Yeah.
environment for you to
Yeah.
progress so much? So to play chess, you need to be concentrated. You need to be in a certain mindset. So I just want
Yeah.
to get to know about your daily routine, particularly in the case of we are bombarded with so many things outside social media and everything. Do you follow kind of a mental diet wherein you think, okay, I'll not watch that, I'll not watch this, so this kind of show is suitable for me because it will disturb my zone or getting into that mental zone to concentrate and play.
Nothing like that, but I don't keep any games or anything, any such entertaining things on my phone and laptop. So
Mm,
that's what I do.
mm,
And luckily, if when while playing chess, I'm focused. I'm in a meditative state, right? I used to do mindfulness, but it,
mm,
it didn't come to me naturally. But when I'm playing chess, okay, at least I'm focusing on chess.
mm, mm, mm.
So at least like I'm in a some kind of a meditative state, so I
Okay.
can do it.
So you love chess so much that you naturally get into that stage. Can I say
Yes,
something?
yes. So I mean, it's okay. It's more. I'm more than happy to stay for 30 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours, sitting and
Hmm.
playing games. That's coming. That I can just do that. I don't mind doing that.
I believe that you might have played some competition of chess as well, wherein you had to be in that calm, relaxed zone. So, have you ever felt nervous before any game, and how did you manage to stay in the zone to play the game?
So yeah, it's always. I think if something is important to me, important to us, it's always pressure only.
Yes. Mm.
Um, yeah. So okay, when and the when I started out, I didn't worry much. So I had many things when I started my undergraduation. Like I
Mm.
thought, okay, chess was something just extra for me.
Mm.
So I played fine. Pressure was certainly there,
Mhm.
but it was something additional to me. So I qualified for my university. Then I
Mm.
played my federated tournament. First tournament only got my rating, so I was not happy with my rating. But
Mm.
okay, that is a useful rating. That's
Right.
useful. That shows that at least I can teach many students. That
Mm.
gives me that eligibility. Yeah, that's
Mhm.
how I start. But pressure is always there. Pressure a little bit is there. But now then I took chess too seriously. Then I was not playing really well. I
Right.
was not playing well at all. I
Mm.
dropped my game. I had some issues, so I lost my edge. Now
Mm.
I don't worry about it that much. I just enjoy. I don't mind when I go. Win lose. I don't mind. So
Mhm.
pressure has reduced a bit. It has reduced significantly. I
Mhm.
just focus on enjoying the game.
From what you said, I get info is that you stopped taking it seriously and played it more for a fun and
I mean, too seriously. Okay, I have tremendous respect for it. I really, it's a serious game, but not like too extreme seriousness. Not like Fisher, right? He used to say, "Chess is
Mm.
life." So not to that level.
Mm.
Not to that level.
So how many hours in a day do you still practice your chess?
Practice exactly. I'm not keeping a track of it. So
Mhm.
usually I'll be teaching for around 5 6 hours.
Mm.
Apart from that, maybe 1 1.5 hours. I just spend time on chess. Like I solve puzzles, maybe some interesting my favorite books, and some
Mhm.
videos. I'll just keep up to date in the remaining 1.5 hours or so. But of
Mm.
course, I
Mm.
should work much more. But I've become a little lazy.
So you do not compete in any chess competitions or how is it?
Not yet. From a few years, I'm just focusing mostly on teaching. So I'm
Mm.
thinking to start. Anyways, I'm not feeling any pressure. So why not let's start out? I'm going to do well anyways, right? Most
Mm-hmm.
probably
Okay.
I do well. So without any pressure, I
Mm.
don't have pressure. Also, I should do it. But right now, okay. Usually, the time control that I like is usually classical chess. It goes on for 6 7 days. So I mean, I feel like okay, I lose 5 6 day pay. I'll think of that, and okay, I keep postponing it, but very soon I
Mm.
should do it certainly.
Okay.
Maybe
Okay.
next year.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. So, how many kinds of chess are there, and are there particular coaches for different format of chess, or?
Format mostly no, but for different levels you have different coaches. So if someone okay, if someone is absolutely new, if they want to get a FIDE rating, I can get them. I can get them a FIDE rating, and I can also
Mm.
push them to certain FIDE rating. Let's say like
Mm-hmm.
18 1900 easily, because it's
Mm.
not necessary that the coach should be higher level always. Sometimes the coach
Okay.
can be a partner as well, but okay, if they want
Mm.
to become title players, then they need some really special preparation, right? When it comes in the opening, all those things. That's where I think opening I don't study much. I
Mm.
started learning chess through opening theory only, but then
Mm.
I thought,
Mm.
okay, this is not something I like. So I
Mm.
stopped
Mm.
studying openings. Then, but they
Mm.
need openings. They need a lot of
Right.
opening theory. So
Mm.
they should get coached from some really high level players, like maybe a FIDE
Mm-hmm.
master 2200 FIDE player. It's more than enough. They get coaching from them.
Mm-hmm.
They can get a title. Then maybe if they want top 100 or something, yeah, they need to train with grandmasters.
Oh, all right. So based on where you want to get, you pick the coach. Can I
Yes.
put it in that way?
Yes, yes. And also you
Mm-hmm.
have like different time formats, like blitz. Uh, you have which is 5 minute chess. You have
Mm-hmm.
rapid chess, which is like a medium time. It's like 15 minutes to 30 minutes. Then you have uh, classical chess, which at the grandmaster level it can go on for 6 7 hours as well.
Oh,
So
okay.
some people are surprised. What do you think for so much? But their accuracy is 99%. Their accuracy is almost 99%. They are playing like a
Mm-hmm.
computer almost in the majority of the games. So there are so many lines to think about. They think and they play. And
Mm-hmm.
recently, the traditional chess, it's the problem with traditional chess is there's too much theory in the opening, right?
Okay.
For us, it's not an issue. We don't know a lot of theory. We know at least 8 to 10 moves max in a particular line. But at the grandmaster level, they know 15, 20, even up to 25 moves. So they played
Okay.
for 25 moves theory, and next few moves they play it's a draw. So for that reason, we have something called chess 960. So it was popularized by Fisher. So he was
Mm-hmm.
also sick of theory. He hated chess theory as well in
Okay.
later years. So
Hmm.
basically, pieces are jumbled up, and there are 960 different possibilities, including one
Mm-hmm.
standard position. One of
Okay.
the 960 positions is one standard position, but
Hmm.
remaining all are
Hmm.
different jumbled up. So you cannot develop theory for every position, right? So theory is
Okay.
out of the way. It's pure game
Hmm.
creativity in chess 960. It's
Okay.
gaining more and more popularity.
Okay, so I did not get it completely. So what I understand from that is, rather than thinking about all the positions on the board, how the game could progress, what you do is you take it on the face value, looking
Correct.
at, I mean, anticipating the opponent's move and then thinking, how should I proceed? Can I put it like that?
Correct. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I think that's right. So right now, the traditional chess has an encyclopedia of opening. Everything has a name.
Okay.
Everything has every variation also has a name. But here you can't develop this for 959 different positions. So
Yeah.
theory is out of the way. It's pure principles and creativity in the opening.
Yeah, I was thinking about the same thing when I was just
Yeah,
going through some videos to learn Sicilian defense
yeah,
and what have
yeah,
plethora of other names. How do you remember all
yeah,
these things?
yeah. So that's what if someone even today some student asked me to teach me Sicilian. How will I teach them Sicilian? That's what I think. Okay, one will see some major lines, but there are always so many sidelines. Also, there are so many
Mm-hmm.
things, right? So
Mm-hmm.
on Chessable, if you want Sicilian, I think if you want to learn Sicilian at really high level from a grandmaster, I think it will take around 40 50 hours. That's how big it is, and even then you'll
Oh.
not learn completely. Yeah, so
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's like that. So yes, theory is not okay. If you enjoy it, okay, you can do it, but if not, you can leave it. You can just enjoy the game.
Mm-hmm.
But to some
So,
extent, some theory is important. Yeah.
okay, okay. For you to coach, is there any criteria that you should know this much, or you can just expose yourself or portray that I am a coach, I can coach you? Or how does one know that yes, this is a authentic chess coach and he can help me improve my game?
So usually it's just based on judgment, right? If
Hmm.
they would see the rating, they have
Hmm.
international FIDE rating. That's I think a
Hmm.
good start. Then
Okay.
they'll see the experience of the coach, how many years he or she is teaching. I think mostly for now, these are the two main criteria, nothing much. Okay, if you want to coach really high level students, then they'll see your title, the
Hmm.
rating that you have achieved, all those things. But for now, the most basic criteria is, I think, FIDE rating and the experience, the time you have spent coaching students.
Where is
Other
it?
certificates, are fine. Yeah, yeah.
Hmm? Yeah, please go ahead.
I mean, other certificates are there, but I don't think they
Hmm.
matter a lot for now.
Okay, okay. So you
Yeah.
mentioned about experience. Where is all this listed? Is there any particular website that one can go to and see? Okay, um, this looks authentic, and I can reach out to Kiran. Kiran is very authentic. I'll reach out to Kiran to help me improve my game.
So basically, I'm on LinkedIn. That's where if
Mm-hmm.
someone has to see my experience, they have to see LinkedIn. And if they want to through an official channel, okay, I have an experience letter. I'll give them. They might call my mentor, the international master, so they
Mm-hmm.
can authenticate my claims like that.
Okay, okay. You get your experience letter from your mentor?
Yeah, I've received it. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I just wanted to know that how the experience letter works. Is it generally like a company or
yeah.
uh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
it's a really famous academy in my region only. It's I'm in Bangalore, so it's called Karnataka Chess Academy. It's a really good chess academy. I used to work there before
Mm-hmm.
I joined Upstep. Like now, I joined Upstep, a Mumbai-based company which is mostly doing it online.
Okay, okay. So when someone reaches out to you for coaching, how do you identify the strength? Okay, this person is good at this classical chess or various other the time based that you mentioned. There is various categories of chess. So how do you identify that?
So first, start out just first we need to figure out what all they know about chess.
Hmm.
If they are absolute beginners, then okay, we can start from scratch. But when they know some things, when they don't know other things, that's when we okay, some students, they know like a decent amount of chess, so
Hmm.
but they don't know one or two rules. So most
Hmm.
probably, if most of the self learners,
Hmm.
they don't know a rule like en passant, they don't know certain conditions to castling, so we just revise them and then we push forward.
Hmm.
That's all. It's like that.
Hmm. Hmm.
So if they know all the rules, they can solve tactics. Then we start from intermediate, where where we start solving from a decent book, from a good book already. So that's how we start.
Hmm. Okay. Now moving on, right? So I would like to ask you, who is your favorite chess player?
I don't have one favorite player. I have a lot of them, and I love everyone. I really like them. Uh, I like, of course, I like Magnus. I like Gukesh. I like Arjun as well.
Hmm.
I like Caruana. The list continues. So yeah. So I don't have one favorite person. That's really hard to choose. I feel one favorite is
Hmm.
really difficult.
Okay, now I want to get into a little specific. Why do you really like them? What draws you to their game, their skills? What is it? Their tenacity? What is it?
Okay, so Magnus, it's the passion, his passion, and he
Hmm.
plays also. On a good day, no human can defeat him. On his good day,
Hmm.
that's how he
Okay.
used. Now okay, he has come down a little bit from his peak, but still
Hmm.
he's the best. Even down from his peak, he's the best player. So he is like
Hmm.
he has achieved so much competence in this area that it's unimaginable that he has
Hmm.
in one area he has achieved so much. It's almost like godlike.
Hmm.
Gukesh, he is the youngest world champion. At
Hmm.
18,
Hmm.
he became world champion. That's extraordinary. Defeating Ding Laren. Okay,
Hmm.
Ding Laren was not in his best form, but
Hmm.
you can't take a person like Ding Laren lightly. So defeating him was a
Right.
big deal. Then
Hmm.
Arjun, so Arjun is really aggressive. I think not aggressive per se. I would say a
Hmm.
really creative player. So really creative openings he plays, and clearly a prospect for a future world champion. He can certainly, yeah, and he's clearly looking to become a world champion. That's there in his mind already.
Hmm. Hmm.
Then Caruana, he has been held up. So he's number two for almost a decade. Held number two position for a decade. If it wasn't for Magnus, he would be the number one. He would be world champion, everything. But still,
Hmm.
he kept on doing his best. So
Hmm. Hmm.
these are really I like them. Of course, I like Anand as well. India's first
Hmm.
grandmaster. We had nothing. We had chess was nothing in India. He became grandmaster. He didn't stop it there. He became world champion. Defeated Kasparov. Uh, these players I like. And also, like,
Mhm.
when it comes to women players, I like Judith Polgar a lot. In general, Polgar sisters. So they were from
Mhm.
Hungary. So
Mhm.
their time, the Soviet Union was dominating chess. So it was absolutely unimaginable that any other country would defeat Soviet Union. But these sisters, they barely in their teens, they joined their national Hungarian team and they
Mhm.
defeated Soviet Union. That was a big deal. Yeah,
Mhm.
so that's extraordinary.
Inspiring.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. So moving on, what are the challenges that you face while coaching whoever comes to you for help? Um,
Okay. Challenges per se, on the only challenge I feel is when the students are not interested. If they are not interested, that's the only challenge I feel. In fact, with someone with very basic intelligence also can play chess. Like me, I can play chess. That means others can also play chess, right? So there is an illusion that you should be really intelligent or really good to
right.
play chess. Actually, if
Right.
you're decent, if you're okay, if you're
Mm-hmm.
if you are average person also, you can play good chess. So the only
Mm-hmm.
challenge I face is that they if the student is not interested, that's when it gets a bit troublesome for me. That's all.
That
Otherwise,
makes me to ask the next question. Why do they even come to you if they are not interested? Um,
so usually the parents want them to do chess.
Mhm.
Some parents, they like chess. They want their children to pursue it. But the
Mhm.
children, they don't like. The child might not like
Mhm.
it sometimes, and sometimes the child is a bit restless. Maybe they are showing
Mhm.
some symptoms of ADHD. Then they put to chess. So
Mhm.
eventually they grow out of it, and chess, I think, certainly helps a bit. Yeah, uh,
Mhm.
I I had experience with some kids with ADHD as well.
Mhm.
Eventually they grow out of it. They get better and better. So
Okay.
they get better. So I'm very happy to see that. I was very happy to see that.
Okay. Since you mentioned ADHD, I got
Yeah,
curious to ask this. So, you have had a career span of, I mean, if I could say, the career span of 7 years. So,
yeah.
how has the behavior of students, has it gotten better or has it gotten worse, or what do you see?
So the point is, yeah, I think I'm really impressed with most of my chess students. They can focus for 1 hour. If some of them, they can focus
Mm.
for 1.5 hours also. But
Mm.
the point is, if a student is coming to chess, the sample itself is biased. I can't draw any judgment about all students, right? So if they're
Mm.
coming to chess, that means they're already, to some extent, they
Mm.
are, maybe they are a bit studious. They are
Mm.
focused. Only then they are
Mm.
coming to chess, right? So I'm very happy with my student community, with chess student communities, that they are really good. They in some cases they focus more than many adults, right?
Mhm.
They can focus 1 hour also
Mm.
easily. Sometimes they
Mm.
focus for 90 minutes also very easily. 90 minutes, 2 hours, they do it quite comfortably if they are interested.
Okay. Now that just got me fired up. I want to challenge you with a question now. So, are you saying that only
Yeah.
introverts are, uh, m- I mean, more oriented to be
No,
better at chess, or extroverts or outgoing, they can also be
maybe
better?
there is some personalities will get more attracted to chess, but I've
Mhm.
seen so many extroverts also. They're so
Mm.
outgoing. They really enjoy chess. So Magnus itself is so extroverted, right?
Mhm. Mm.
Uh, so yeah, I've seen so many extroverted students. My fellow coaches are also many. There are so many extroverts. So yeah,
Mhm.
so there is some bias. There is some, probably an introvert. Maybe there are more introverts than extroverts, but I think
Mm.
it's fairly diverse. Uh,
Mhm.
it's not bad.
Now I just want to make it a little more casual. So now you're practicing chess and being in the zone. So when you go to speak to your friends, or does the conversation usually navigate toward chess, or what else do you speak about? um,
Against non-chess friends, it's never about chess. They don't, and
okay.
they don't. We can't talk anything about it. But
Mhm.
with chess players, we talk a good deal about chess. We talk about tournaments, recent tournaments.
Mm-hmm.
We talk about we improving, how we are improving, how they are doing, how many
Mm.
hours we are spending to improve, and the general answer is we are all lazy. That's what I
Mhm.
get it. Of course, not like Prag, all those guys. They work for
Correct.
long time. They are not lazy at all. But
Mm.
we
Mm.
at the middle, right? We are at the middle, and we are a bit lazy. That's what
Mhm.
all my colleagues say.
To be a chess coach, I mean, does it mean that you generally usually had a passion for the game and then you naturally became a coach, or someone um, just out of nowhere decides that okay, now this seems like a lucrative thing to do, let me do it.
Passion is, I think, absolutely necessary. Maybe you're not very good, maybe you're average, like me,
Mm.
but passion is necessary. Without passion you can't
Mm.
really do justice for the game and for students.
Mhm.
I've seen
Mhm.
some coaches. Some of them they tend to do it for practical reasons, and okay, they eventually they exit and they move on with other careers. So that's what
Mm.
I've seen that happening.
Mhm.
But even they perform fine, right? They don't
Mm.
doing they don't do very bad with students. They
Mm.
do fine.
Okay, okay. So now I want to get a little more financial. So how is the money if you become a coach? If you give us a comparison, okay, like if I compare it to some other profession, it's so lucrative or not lucrative. What is your take?
It depends on what you mean by lucrative, right? So of course, when I was leaving my undergraduation, okay, this was more lucrative. Right
Mm-hmm.
now, okay, the wages are normalized. My classmates, they earn a little more also, but fine. I think
Okay.
this is fine for a. I think for a teaching job in India, this
Mm.
is good, I feel. So because we can earn a little more in chess because it's very niche and most people
Mm.
cannot do it.
Mm.
Instead, if
Mm.
you are teaching some school students, I think
Mm.
no. If you are teaching school in a school, you don't get that much. It's
Mm.
you get much less. So I think
Mm.
it's lucrative only.
Mm.
From my point of view, it's lucrative and
Okay.
it's sustainable. You can sustain.
Good enough to be in Bangalore.
In
Bangalore.
Bangalore, fine. If I'm, yeah, I think it's good enough to be in a Bangalore. In
Okay.
Bangalore, if you're in
Mm.
with family, it's really easy. If you're a family like me, it's really easy.
Mm.
If you're
Okay.
alone, maybe alone also easy. But if you
Mm.
have the responsibility to raise a family, then
Mm.
maybe it can get a little challenging. A little.
Mm-hmm. Now, so with chess coaching, right? Since you fix your own time, what kind of lifestyle flexibility does it give you compared to a normal job?
So practically, I have no pressure only. So
Mm.
I my shift, how much ever possible, they'll allot
Mm.
classes. If I
Mm.
can, I'll do it. Of course, I'll do it all my days. Okay, if I'm not well, I'll say I'm not. I'm not. If I want to do something else, I'll say okay, I
Mm-hmm.
can't today. I'll just inform them a little early. I'm surely get. I'll surely get a holiday. So it's
Okay.
like that. And
Mm-hmm.
no one is going to ask me what you're doing or why you're doing. No
Mm-hmm.
one is there to micromanage. I'm at home only,
Mm-hmm.
always. So it's an online based academy. I'm at home only. So no one is
Mm-hmm.
there to micromanage also.
Mm-hmm.
Occasionally, I talk with my coordinators.
Mm-hmm.
They usually coordinate with students and me. That's all, nothing else.
Okay.
Practically no pressure. I think that's a plus. For a person like me, I was suffering from anxiety a lot during my
Okay.
undergraduation,
Mm-hmm.
later years of my undergraduation. So I think this
Mm.
is good deal for me.
Okay, that is inspiring. So to coach, you're working with an organization. So what is how good is it to be a freelance? Are there freelance coaches who
Oh,
do?
a lot of them are freelancers
Okay.
as well. For most of my career, I was also freelancing. But
Mm-hmm.
then what happened was I had to uh, a year back I had to go for a surgery. Then after the surgery, what happened was I lost my half of my students. So
Oh, okay.
because if you're a freelancer, they would just take your
Mm.
students and give it to someone else. So then I thought, okay,
Mm-hmm.
how can I do this for longer
Mm.
time? So then I
Mm.
started looking for full time opportunities, and full time opportunities are there.
Okay.
But freelance, you can there's a possibility that you can earn more with even less work.
Mm.
That is a possibility. But
Mm.
then I thought, okay, I think for now, I think I'm okay with
Mm.
stability. I'm
Mm.
happy
Mm.
with stability more.
So how easy it is to be a freelance coach or join an organization and work with them?
I think with experience, it's really easy. If you have some experience, they'll take you.
Mm.
If not,
Mm.
okay, first maybe in your first organization, you'll have to be grateful for your first organization. Yeah, like
Okay.
I just like I'm always grateful to
Mm.
KCA. So
Mm.
it's like a really nice organization. So
Right.
yeah, so with experience, it's easier. I think it's and I feel it's and the joining process, I feel it's so easy. It's not a big deal only.
Oh, speaking
Yeah.
of which, now that got me again curious. So what is the interview like? Do you have to play chess and beat someone, or how does
Uh,
that go?
interview the coach, usually interviews taken up by coaches and sometimes HR also. HRs, they see if the person is talking well, communication is good, respectful. Yeah, that's
Mm.
a green light. Coaches, they
Mm.
just
Mm.
ask us about a few key topics, like
Mm.
topics,
Mm.
our experience, and they make a judgment, and they also give
Okay.
a green light, and basically it's over. Maybe
Oh.
sometimes they'll have a third round. Maybe they might have a third round with the directors or owners of the company, because chess companies are usually small.
Okay.
So usually owners are really involved in.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes will have that as well.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. Yeah. So, moving forward, what I wanted to ask earlier is, so as an industry, chess has picked up quite a bit in India, but not comparatively to cricket. So, no sport,
Yeah.
nothing else in compared to cricket. So,
Yes.
how do you
True.
see
True.
this industry growing in the future?
It is growing, and
Hmm.
we'll also get incremental growth from that, and that's enough, right? Because I'm not happy with when billions of dollars flow, and how will it come, right? It comes from these fantasy betting apps or all kinds
Hmm.
of these unethical means, to
Right.
some extent unethical.
Hmm.
This is fine. This is to much better, I feel. So
Okay.
we are already comfortable.
Hmm.
We'll keep getting better a little by little. That's fine, I
Hmm.
feel. It's not a bad deal.
Hmm. Now, another interesting question for you. So, someone at my age decides that no, now I'm very fed up with my normal 9 to 5 job. I'd like to pick up chess coaching because I have some interest. I used to play some average level of chess. So, how is the transition? How easy or difficult would it be
It,
for me
it
to
will
become a coach?
it will be difficult, because first you
Mm.
need to study like a few years rigorously. So for me,
Mm-hmm.
it was like my second degree. Like when I was doing my undergraduation, chess was like my second degree. I was putting all the same, if sometimes even more time to chess than my usual degree, right?
Oh, okay.
So you need to study for 3 4 years, maybe, or maybe not 3 4 years. If you're really made up your mind to be a chess coach, maybe you study for 1.5 years, play some games, get a rating, and you're good to go. You can
Mm.
start the
Mm-hmm.
one
Oh,
and a half.
okay. So can I say if I practice for 1 to 3 years, then I might become an average player, good enough to be a coach, or
Um, Absolutely, certainly.
mm,
That I think that's almost 100%, right? Because, like I said, it's if anyone can become a chess coach. It's just that you
okay.
need to like have passion for the game.
But you also need to have the official, I mean, the letters, right? So for authenticity, people do check that, and then only they accept you as a coach, or mm,
But
right?
some organizations, they take newer coaches as well. So when you're joining your first organization, make you join some
Mm,
organization that hire new coaches as well,
mm, mm,
because I've seen some organizations, they in order for them it's a difficulty to scale, right? These
mm,
local organizations, they want to scale up, so
mm.
they're not really getting a lot of coaches at proper
Okay.
pricing, so they are ready to take some players and train them and
Mm-hmm.
uh, transition them to a coach, like that. From there,
Mm-hmm.
I think you can join really reputable ones.
Okay.
without any issues.
No, I wanted to ask what is the pay scale like? So for an entry level and an experience level, if you could give us just a range, not an exact specific number.
Average pay will be around 50 to 65, 70K per month.
Okay. For an
40
entry
to
level
70.
coach.
Entry level, maybe it will vary. Maybe it will be down to like 30, 35K. It will go on.
Hmm.
Maybe, yeah, then mid level, it will be around 40 to 70.
Hmm.
Then, if you're really good, okay, you can earn much more. Yeah. So, yeah, it's like that. Okay, the
So some.
growth potential is limited. You can see that you start off well, but
Hmm.
maybe the growth is not so much. But if you're happy with it, you can certainly do it.
Why do you think the growth is not so much? I mean, what restricts the growth?
It's a teaching field, no? It's a teaching
Hmm.
field. It's already, I think, I think it's a bit difficult. What
Okay.
I've made some estimates already. Like
Hmm.
I get I get salary around 45 to 50K in my current
Okay.
organization,
Mhm.
and the revenue that I'm generating is around, it's like 1.5 basically,
Okay.
not more
Mhm.
than that. That's what I
Mhm.
estimated recently. So there is no
Mhm.
space, there is no much space to grow. But when you're
Okay.
in finance and all, you're like
Mm.
the revenue that you will be generating is much more. So
Mhm.
there is more room for growth. But in
Mhm.
teaching, it's like this only, because you can't
Mhm.
we can't ask too much from students also, right? It's
Mhm.
already high. I feel it's already very
Okay.
high,
Mhm.
so we can't ask more also. Compared to other
Mm.
sport, it's cheap only. Chess is cheaper only, but
Mm.
still, I feel it's more only. It's not majority have no access still, so we can't
Mhm.
ask more from there. From that side also. So yeah, it'll be limited.
So now that brings me to another digressing from the usual flow that we were going in. So for training and all, I mean, so if someone wishes to participate in a competition at big level, so what is the motivation? So I invest myself into the training with my own money and go and get win the competition, or someone sponsors you to um, prepare and then you go out there for to compete.
Mostly it's self-funding. When
Mm,
for our level, it's self-funding. But the thing
mm,
is, it's really cheap. It's really cheap.
mm,
If you're playing a tournament in your city, it's practically, it's not even cost you more than 10K.
mm,
Right?
mm,
It's so cheap. And the
mm,
motivation is, you gain some ratings. You'll improve your rating. Maybe you win
okay.
some prizes in your category. So
Mm,
there is a
mm,
good chance that you'll also get the money back. There
mm,
is a
mm,
decent chance about
okay.
for that
Mm.
as well.
So
So okay, if you're going to international tournaments and all,
mm.
then okay, that's you will have to spend.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, how is it? I mean, the chess market compared to something like cricket, how big and how tiniest part of cricket, if you could compare? I mean, it's an apple to oranges comparison, but I mean, if you could give that out, I think that will be really
It's
interesting to know.
it's a much smaller market. It's a much smaller market in terms of the money that's flowing in, all
Mm-hmm.
those things. So yeah, it's a much smaller market than cricket. But the thing is, it can be scaled. No, it can be scaled to almost like every corner very quickly. It can be scaled even to government schools. We can scale it, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's good. I think there we need some. Of course, we need some kind of uh, you need some kind of financial support to make sure that it reaches government school students as well. But
Okay.
cricket, I think there is more infrastructure, more infra is needed, more
Mm-hmm.
infrastructure needed, more spendings on
Mm-hmm.
equipment. So it might not be accessible for everyone. In fact, if they need support, we can't. I think no one can provide enough support. But chess, you can just start basically with a 500 rupees chess board.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Sometimes even cheaper.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. Now we'll do a popularity comparison of chess and cricket. So, do you think it is growing or growing quickly enough, or what do you feel?
It's growing it's growing fine, it's growing
Mm,
quite fast.
mm,
Since COVID, yeah, they everyone like everyone likes
mm,
they want to like play chess. And like
mm,
since COVID, everyone is behind online chess, so that's nice, it's growing. But
mm.
popularity wise, there is no comparison. Cricket is
Okay.
more popular, more at least in India. The
Mm-hmm.
magnitude was very high, the money and all
Okay.
is high there.
Mm-hmm. Okay. One last question. So, if an adult wishes to pick up chess, how does one go about it?
So you can learn by yourself, or you can take some help from a coach. So
Okay.
I got like I had many students who are like even in their 30s. They were doing good corporate job. They were there.
Mm.
Some were even retired. So this is what makes it special, right? You can
Mm,
I've taught students from 4 year olds
mm.
to like even 60, 70-year old students. So this
Oh, okay.
makes chess really special that way.
Mm-hmm.
So you can take help of a coach,
Mm.
or maybe you can learn if you feel like you can learn by yourself. You can learn by yourself also. A lot
Mm-hmm.
of learning resources are available.
How difficult or easy would it be for an adult? Because the brain has already crystallized, and we have certain kind of thinking patterns now. How long would it take compared to an 8-year-old or 7-year-old to get better?
I think for them it's going to be easier. For them,
Mm,
for younger children, it's going to be easier. For
mm,
us, it will be a little more difficult, but we can do it. So actually,
mm,
I realized this when I tried to learn Go, the game Go, another board game. Everyone was
mm,
talking about it, how it's strategically
mm,
interesting, all those things. But okay, I
mm,
found it difficult to learn
mm.
everything. But I think it's not very difficult. We can do it.
Okay.
It's more difficult than children, but we can do it.
Mm, Okay. Okay. So, if someone has to reach out to, what are the avenues that is available to?
They can reach out to me on my LinkedIn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, mostly I work with my LinkedIn only, nothing else.
Okay.
Recently, I thought I'll open a YouTube channel, right? So what
Mm-hmm.
happens is there is a lot of content on YouTube
Right.
regarding chess, but
Mm.
most of them is for like okay, some of them a good chunk of it for is for entertainment. It's not
Okay.
instructive,
Mm.
and the remaining whichever is instructive, it's at a higher level. So I thought
Okay.
why not what the coaching academies give me in a
Mm.
structure. I thought I'll put it on
Mm.
YouTube. That's what I'm thinking to
Okay.
do. I'm
Mm-hmm.
just figuring out all the logistics,
Oh, okay. Mm.
softwares and all. So it's
Mm-hmm.
basically to give away for free. I mean,
Okay.
it's not going to be a big deal or anything, of course,
Mm.
because
Mm.
but it'll be there for
Mm.
if anyone wants to use it.
Okay. Thank you, Kiran. It's been a pleasure speaking to you.
Thank you. Thanks a lot for having me.
Thank you.